Stress is something we all contend with, but overcoming that stress and those overwhelming feelings, well, you have to address the root cause. Where are those emotions coming from? And what can we do to create a pattern that truly makes a change that lasts?
Now, there are methods that exist and have existed for thousands of years that are holistic in nature and help the body and mind heal itself in effective ways. So here with us this afternoon, this is Jennifer Douglas. She's the founder and CEO of Being Human, LLC. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Wonderful to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So what made you want to form Being Human?
Well, I'm kind of a bona fide nerd, so I'm coming from a career in higher education where I've been working for the last 20 plus years. And I wanted to bring my passion for teaching and working with people individually and really combine that with a passion for health and wellness and empowering people to be able to get to the root cause of what's causing them stress and discomfort in their daily lives and help them to kind of rebuild the foundation so that they can be healthier overall.
All right, you have me hooked. I need to know, what kind of holistic methods do you use to help people with their stress?
Yeah, so I have 3 methods that I use that are all kind of interrelated, and I describe them as kind of combining traditional Chinese medicine with cutting-edge neuroscience, because our science is finally catching up to some of these traditional methodologies that were created a long time ago. I have a method that I use called emotional freedom technique, and that's a technique that's really good for releasing negative emotions and stressful events in our lives. But we actually do that by talking about those events while we're physically tapping on acupressure points. Those are the same points that acupuncturists use. So we tap on certain points on our face and our torso while we're discussing that event. And this method has been clinically studied for PTSD and for anxiety and depression and has been shown to really help because it's reprogramming the pattern that's happening behind the scenes. I also work with a therapeutic sound technique called biofield tuning. And this technique is very relaxing. You get to lie down and be in total relaxation. And I'm working with these tuning forks that are at very specific frequencies that help to kind of tune the body to itself. So if you imagine that our organs are sort of like instruments in a band, we want them all in tune with each other. We want them playing together. This one I would place directly on the body in specific points. And that vibration helps to kind of bring the body back into a greater state of harmony so that we can essentially heal ourselves a little bit more effectively. I also have some tuning forks that make sound, and they're at specific frequencies that help to kind of break up the static that we get in our bodies.
And I assume it's not a once and done kind of thing. Do you come back to get retuned and such?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's kind of like when you get a massage and you're like, well, that was great, but I could get another one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, it's the same thing here. Mm-hmm. You know, we're kind of like always a work in progress, always things emerging that we can continue to bring back into balance and bring back into harmony.
Yeah, I can't wait for the day I could go to Carol. Honey, I'm going for a tune-up, okay? Just,
Yep.
what kind of feedback have you gotten from this?
People are always amazed at how relaxed they feel,
Yeah.
and also that it's a good way to have a really deep experience where me, the practitioner, I'm focusing completely on you for 60 to 90 minutes and tailoring the session to what comes up with your experiences.
Right.
They're amazed at the amount of relief that they can feel and the way that they are physically and emotionally relaxed from the experience.
And back into
So what do you say to the skeptics, the ones who are like, yeah, I don't know about that?
Yeah, I mean, these methods have been around for a long time, but there's also a really good correlation to modern neuroscience right now. So we're beginning to learn in neuroscience a lot about things like neuroplasticity, which is the abilities of our brains to rewire themselves based on new experiences. And that's exactly what we're working with here. We're working with the ability of our bodies to reconfigure the pathways that we've been using so that we're no longer triggered as much by those kinds of stressful events. So it's not really as woo-woo as it might seem.
Yeah.
At first, it's really building on the same foundations of science that traditional medicine is. It's just activating it in a different way.
Okay, so we want to know more. How do we get involved?
So if you're interested, I would love to set up a time to talk with you. I do a free discovery call just to tailor what we're going to do together so that we can personalize the plan, because every person is unique.
Yes.
And it's better to just figure out what your priorities are and your goals so that we can, set up our time in the best way.
I am intrigued.
Right.
Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
This is
you.
very interesting.
Wonderful talking to you.